just cruising. We're on the other side of Zeehan now, so we've just stopped off. We've done some vital shopping.
We needed it.
We got a meal too, but we went to the Bottle-O.
We'd be rich again.
We'd be rich again.
Spirits are high.
Had a little bit of an issue. Well, I noticed that after we got off the ferry, a fair bit of bluey white smoke pumping out the back of the patrol, and then it turned back to black smoke, which is, I'm happy with black. That's all good, but I'm a little bit concerned about that blue tingy smoke. It means it's oil burning. I have a feeling it could be the start of an oil seal in the turbo. Hopefully that doesn't eventuate to anything until we get home, but yeah, we'll just keep a bit of a mindful eye on that. Mark hasn't had any further issues with his electrical issue when it just sounded like it was missing. That was on cruise control and going through the hills, and maybe there was a little fault that got tripped. So that's all good, since he hasn't been using his cruise control. So yeah,
A few little dents and scratches on the tracks, but nothing too.
Definitely, there's a couple of big hits on the back of the patrol.
Yeah.
One of Mark's cross members under the Chief got a fair hiding. But yeah, happy with cosmetic stuff. It's mechanical stuff that we don't want. I'm not happy with.
Yeah.
But it's better. It's preferred. So yeah, we're hit camp pretty early today. We just seeing if this campsite's any good, and then tomorrow Montezuma and Ring River, I think Mark said.
Yeah.
With border closures and travel restrictions affecting most of 2020, we've finally escaped to the best island Australia has to offer, with just one goal in mind: to drive as many tracks as possible.
We are back in Tasmania. What a track!
So pull the boots on and throw the swag in, because you're jumping in with us for an epic Tasmanian adventure.
Stay tuned. Plenty to come in this series. Back to Tassie. Breakfast stew. Looks good.
Sloppy.
I know you boys like them.
Jordan's leftover stew from last night.
Heck, it was good. Yeah, nice place. Bit chewed up. Someone's coming in when it's been really boggy. But so today is going to be the nicest day we've had so far. Sun is up, and there's no cloud.
How was the kip, Jordan?
Yeah, bloody good. Been having good ones lately.
That's what we don't want you getting narky on the tracks, do we?
That one, a grumpy Jordan.
Not a bad campsite, this one. Just off, I don't even know what road it's on, but it's near the Dambo River, maybe? Something like that.
Something like Dambo.
Not far out of, probably 10 k's out of Zeehan. Breakfast stew. Hopefully we're not crook. Mark isn't having it, so we do have a backup plan if we all end up in a bush. We'll have one nurse. This morning's plan is, what was it, Ring River, Mark, first? Or Montezuma?
Yes. I think makes sense to go Ring River first, but
Either or, would tackle both of them. They're sort of, instead of doing Montezuma in and out, you can jump onto the Ring River or vice versa. So that's nice. Get out of it. Yeah, be a good day. We'll pack up in a minute. Get moving. Back where you belong, Angus?
Back in the kitchen.
Good to see you earning your keep.
Always said if I want to go on any more trips, I've got to do some more dishes.
After another cruisy morning at camp, we've packed up and headed straight for the start of the Montezuma Track. Only a 10-minute drive from camp and we're back on the slow stuff. The Montezuma Track is a pretty well-known trail down here. There's two options. You can either walk in, like we did last time we were in Tassie, or take the track we're on right now. Both options have a hell of a reward at the end.
What's the plan today, Nick?
Hopefully get stuck.
That'd be good.
There's plenty of water around, like for the middle of summer. There's just water cruising down the middle of the track. It's crazy. Not used to this in South Australia, that's for sure. Yeah, it's bloody good fun.
Bit of a sprinkle of rain last night might have helped.
Yeah, potentially. It had a bit of it.
We had to put the awnings up.
Yeah.
We'll get into it and see what happens.
It looks like a ripper day, like Mark said. Probably the best day we've had so far. Could have the best of both worlds, a bit of sun, a bit of mud. Nothing too serious yet. A few little mud holes, a few ruts, but yeah, no, pretty cruisy drive so far. Hopefully we get a little bit more action.
Other than the constant mud puddles, it's been a pretty easy drive so far. This is the first small crossing that we've actually had to think about. Nothing serious here, just a steep entry with a bit of body roll, but taking it nice and easy, and it's no dramas at all. At this time of year, this track would be a great challenge for a stock four-wheel drive, or someone just dabbling in a bit of off-roading. Give it 6 months in the middle of winter, and this could well be impassable, or at the very least, a damn good challenge.
Some epic scenery brought it.
Yeah, I know. Coming through these cutouts. Crazy.
Bloody awesome scenery.
Yeah.
The track's been pretty simple. A few little, well, it's just wet. The base is incredibly hard and rocky, so there's absolutely no problems with traction. But yeah, it's probably
More moisture would make a fair difference.
I could see it could get worse, but I think it would be just more deeper bog holes. But even still, there's been cutouts to the low side of the track where all the water, if it did build up, it would just shoot over there anyway. So yeah,
great scenic drive.
Epic.
Yeah, unreal, but yeah, not technically too much going on, but that's all right.
Nothing compared to Lake Cumberland track. This is completely opposite. Good drive nonetheless.
I thought I'd jump out and suss this one on foot before we drive it. Too far to the left and it's all over. It's a serious drop down there. Somewhere I do not want to be. The exit out looks like a bit of fun also. Send them down. Just have a look at that scenery. None of us would be shocked if a T-Rex popped out of nowhere and plucked Jordan clean from the Jeep. In fact, it would do us all a favour. A break from his constant dribble would be quite refreshing. We're taking this one reasonably steady. It's basically a rocky U-turn with a steep drop off to one side. To add to that, it's a drop in and a fair climb out. But with heaps of traction, there's no need for limiter bashing on the way out. Just crawl up and out. Simple. So this Montezuma Falls track actually follows, I'm not sure if it's the whole way, but it follows an old like rail cart way. They used to transport the ore out and down towards Zeehan. So they did that for many years, and then I think they changed it up and decided to go overhead with carts and cables. And you can see why. Like, this stuff is so thick. I don't know how I guess they used dynamite or something to carve out some of the hillsides. I'm not sure if we're driving over what was some of the old railway kind of sleepers or not. Occasionally you see a few sleepers lying around. But yeah, it is a good drive. The terrain's flattened out a bit, so Nick's handed the keys over to the apprentice. It's a good opportunity for Angus to feel what it's like to operate a piece of heavy machinery. Unlike that baby blue 80 series of his. Now that Nick's in the passenger seat, he's got nothing better to do but take in that beautiful scenery and listen to Angus's enthralling stories. A hole in the jungle.
Hell yeah. Epic. I'm getting my torch.
What's this? Ironing. Typical. Pickaxe? Thank you.
See you later.
Alright, boys. Who's got a canary?
You're the canary, mate.
Am I?
We don't come out, we're not going in.
Alright.
Got anything to clear the spider webs on the way in?
You?
Have I got that on? The red light? Oh, I've got sunnies on, so I can't see. Oh, look at that spider above head. Stop, come back. Up left.
Oh, crikey.
Jesus.
Have a look at this. That's a spider.
That's a big spider.
Imagine that one wrapped around your ears.
Oh, I've got a mate above him as well. Gee.
That's a cricket. Wow.
He looks pissed off.
He looks asleep, Angus. Oh, they're everywhere. Oh no, they're crickets.
God, I hope they're not everywhere.
Had a small cave in, but I imagine it's predominantly gold.
Gold cave.
That's the end of the line, boys. That's pretty cool. Something touched me.
Oh God, someone touched me. Unreal. Oh God, one just dropped onto the ground. Turn back that way.
That's a cricket.
Oh thank God. Let's get the hell out of here. They seem to be organised. They've herded us to the end.
They could have made it a bit tall for us big fellas.
I'll give you a hand. Yep. Whew. That was a big spider.
Whew, pretty cool.
Thanks, mate.
Spider check.
Yeah, I got 6.
Random highlights like this old mine shaft just adds to the adventure even more on these trips. None of us had any idea that the old shaft even existed until I spotted it out the side of the Jeep. Now we're back in the rigs, en route to the falls.
Montezuma Falls. Ooh. Looks like the suspension bridge is back in action. We thought it had a tree across it. No, no. Closed. Montezuma Falls is one of the highest waterfalls in Tasmania, with that water falling a touch over 100 metres straight down. The tram line ran across right in front of the falls back in the late 1800s. What a specky sight that would have been. After taking in the view and having a bite to eat, we're jumping back into our old Ratley carts and heading for the Ring River Track. This one will avoid us backtracking the whole way down this Montezuma Track. We do, however, have to backtrack a couple of k's to get to the turn-off, which means we'll have to navigate this gnarly crossing once again. It feels a fair bit sketchy coming that way than going up it.
Nick wasn't wrong. Coming back feels a whole lot worse. Not sure if it's just a mind game, but looking straight down the mountain with the body rolling that same way feels very dodgy.
To the corner a bit sharp.
I did, just. That was way sketchy coming down.
It definitely looked it.
Righto, Montezuma Falls. Oh, it's impressive.
Too bad the bridge was closed.
Bridge was shut. Apparently, well, Marco said before we even left it, apparently the tree fell across it. Maybe they've started rebuilding it. Well, it looks fine, but
yeah, all chained up though, so
we can still see the falls. A little bit of water dribbling over it.
Had a bite of lunch.
A couple of tuna sandwiches.
Not bad.
Quick bite out the back of the car and on back on the road. Yeah, we're taking the Ring River track out, so we don't have to double the same track, which is nice.
Alright, well, we've just turned off of the Montezuma Falls track. Just stopped to suss out the track ahead. But yeah, this is about 6.5 Ks. Nick's taken the lead after lunch, so I'll be looking at that huge Nissan arse end for the second half of the day. And almost instantly, we're into a pretty steep descent, and it's a heap drier compared to everything else that we've driven this morning. Oh man, this is steep stuff coming down to this. I think the creek's coming up, but this track is not disappointing. That was deeper than I expected. That was the first deep one so far. Oh yeah. With it starting to flatten out now, the mud holes are back. They're all solid base and no issues with depth either. But it doesn't stop you thinking, what if this next one is the one to catch us out?
Come back a bit.
Nick's pulled up to a long, suspicious looking mud hole. There's only one narrow track through it, and if he gets stuck in the middle, there'll be no point winching him backwards. So Angus or Jordan will be out front slinging cable before the cab fills up with filthy mud. And he's through. It's probably a good thing too, considering there was absolutely no thought about getting a strap or a sling ready first. But with the test dummy out of the way, I'm on my way too. Just around the corner and we're back on the descent. We know that we're meant to cross the Ring River at some point along this track, and going downhill for this long, it must be pretty close. And after a few serious cut-ins, we pop out of the forest and end up right in the middle of it. The water's still flowing just enough to clean some of the mud off from under the rigs.
With the mud washed off in the fresh water, it's now time for a new coat of mud. Looks like we have two options here, a big long mud hole or a shorter, deeper looking mud hole. Nick's lining up for the shorter, deeper option. It looks like it's been used a little more recently than the other. Now that doesn't fill me with a whole lot of confidence. Watching a locked rig on 35s, scratching to get out of that mud hole, makes me think I'll be chasing for some help here. Bit surprised I made it to here, and it's not a bad place to be either. Mud is below the seals, so that's a bonus. But I feel the Jeep has a little bit more in it.
Hey Mark, like the first one where you went a bit further back and just popped, you were millimetres.
If Angus is confident, then so am I. I'll give it one more shot, and then I'll call for the patrol.
Shit, how'd you go?
Gave her a couple of back and forths and managed to get there. Didn't feel good though.
Nah,
No.
look good.
Look at this stuff.
Settle down! Oh, no, the bog hole's full again.
Start watching.
Is that your job when we get back to camp, Angus?
Nah.
Just clean the car?
Oh, I thought you'd
Yeah,
share it.
clean your head too. There it is. Ring River Road. Ring River Track. Done. That was pretty fun actually. That would be good fun going up it. Better than Montezuma. This one, obviously weather depending, but yeah, I enjoyed that more. A few more hill descents and whatever, but yeah, right now, head to Waterfall, not too far away.
Well, there you have it. A great day out on the tracks with a couple of awesome sights along the way. As for tomorrow though, we're heading towards the Coldstream Track, or as some may know it, the $1,000 track.